Welcome in, everybody, to the final game of the regular season for your Fresno A's. I'm Chris Kiggins, and you're watching Fresno Athletics baseball against the Sacramento Yankees on this fine, almost Friday. We're not there yet. Fine Wednesday evening. A's get set to take on the Yankees. It's a non-conference game, but it will be their final one of the regular season before they head to the playoffs on Friday. Don't have to head very far. Their playoff semifinal game will be at 7 p.m. here at Chukchansi Park. And as you can see out on the mound, the starting pitcher for today's finale for the A's is going to be Jacob Schubert. Most recently pitched at Arizona Christian University for his college ball. Schubert on the season, a total of 21 innings pitched with a 2.66 ERA. He's making his second start of the season. Had to start, see if I can find what day it was, back on July 21st. Went 6 innings. That was his, I believe, his only start of the season up to today. He'll be getting the nod before the A's make the playoff push. We'll see who will be throwing on Friday. With the bye tomorrow, the A's arm should be pretty warmed up. And they're going over the A's defensive alignment. We'll go over that in a little bit too. Have some new players playing new places. Well, familiar players playing new places. But I'll get to that in just a second, as it looks like Caden Heitmeyer, the leadoff hitter for the Yankees, is stepping up to the plate. And we'll get this one started in just a moment. First pitch hit to Kinzel at first. He'll flip to Schubert, and one pitch, 1 out to start this game. Official start time today is 6:02 p.m. Good start for the A's here early. It's going to bring up Cooper Thorne. Looking at the Yankees lineup today, they have 8 different guys in the starting lineup. We knew they had a big roster. The only returning player is Will Perillo. Meanwhile, that one is into the corner. We lost Brady White out there for a second, but it is down for a fair ball. So it'll be a double for Thorne. I won't even put his name up there. It's going to bring up Antonio Barber as the 3-hitter. Oh, I just realized I've been putting this all up. Didn't put the scoreboard up. There we go. And finally, I have a little bit of time to catch up. The first pitch is taken for a strike. It is Barber and then Chase Morton on deck. That one's popped up. Is anyone going to get there? It will be Brady White making the play. Quick 2 outs. And Chase Morton will step in. Schubert gets ready to throw. That one's in there. Strike 1. Have a new look on the A's defense today. Of course, you have the staples of Brady White in left and Robbie Papel in center. Playing as we had both Scott Mitchell and Ryan Harness go down in last night's game. It'll actually be Theo Wood getting the start out there in right field. His first outfield start of the day, and that's good news for the A's, as Theo Wood back in the lineup. We were talking to him last night, said he might be able to play today, and indeed he does. So from first to third in the infield, it's going to be Grant Kinzel, Landon McAnally, Caleb Rico at short, and the third baseman will be Ned Cheklich. That one's in there. The catcher for the A's today will be Sean Psyche, and then uh, Angel Mejia in the lineup is the DH. He's having a little bit of an arm trouble, so he'll just be hitting today. And speaking of hitting, they won't be the Yankees won't be doing that anymore this inning, as Jacob Schubert gets the strikeout. So we will head to the bottom of the first. The A's are up, and it is a tied 0-0 ball game. Welcome back to the bottom of the first inning. Out of Regis University steps in Robbie Papel. He's leading off today for the A's. Papel in yesterday's ball game went 1 for 3, had a couple walks, and that foul ball lands just right out in front of me. It's going to be 0-1 to Papel. The pitcher for the Yankees tonight is going to be Easton Vargas. And Vargas hits Papel. He'll be on with the leadoff hit by pitch. And it'll bring up Angel Mejia out of Cal State Bakersfield. Mejia normally the shortstop. He's doing the DHing today. I was told his injury is not too serious. It's just some arm fatigue. So there's a chance we could see him back on the field on Friday. But for today, he's DHing. He takes high and away, ball 1. Mejia in yesterday's ball game went 1 for 2. Had a couple, he was hit by pitches a couple times. And as I say that, the Yankees turn a double play. So it's going to be Grant Kinzel up with nobody on and 2 away. Papel and Mejia are retired. Kinzel came in as the defensive replacement / pinch hitter for Ryan Harness yesterday. Harness, I was told, dealing with a lower leg injury, but should be a limited participant today if they need him. Could come in as a pinch hitter later on in the game. Oh, and 2 to Kinzel. Fouled back. We'll do the 0-2 count again. Kinzel beat out an infield single yesterday. And they get him on strikes looking that time. So that'll end the inning. It's a scoreless first for both teams. We'll head to the second. It's 0-0. Apologies, I was getting a charger lined up for the next inning. Had some equipment that was about to die, but we're back, and Elias Ortega leading off for the Sacramento Yankees. It is a 1-2 count from Jacob Schubert to Ortega. Schubert had a good first inning, only allowed a double, but was able to work around it, and starts the second inning off with the strikeout. Jace Martinez steps in. Martinez we saw as a pinch hitter in yesterday's ball game. He swings and misses, strike one. And also, while I was down getting the lineup cards for the teams today, Jace asked me to give a special shout out to his family who was watching the stream tonight. So yeah, shout out to Jace Martinez's family. We appreciate you hopping on the stream. It is 0-2. That one misses high and in, 1-2. That one's popped up, but it's going to be out of play. Maybe a souvenir. Count remains 1-2. Pitch is in there, and strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the second for Schubert. And let's see, it's going to bring up Devin Schuster. Schuster hits that one just past the reach of the third baseman, Cheklich. That will get into left field for a base hit. And the hitter will be Jake Moreau. Moreau doing the catching behind the plate tonight for the Sacramento Yankees. That one's just a little bit low, ball one. Schubert tonight probably going to try to give the A's some depth on the mound, just like Tyler Gonzalez did yesterday. Gonzalez was very impressive yesterday. Even though he gave up some hits, he was able to work out of the traffic jams masterfully. As that pitch is in there, it's 1-1. Fouled back, another 2-strike count. Runner goes, but the ball is put in play. Let's see, it's going to be Papel on the run making the grab. And that's going to end the inning and the Yankees' threat. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. It's still 0-0. The A's will get another chance to score some runs. Welcome back to the bottom of the second inning. The left fielder Brady White going to lead off today, in the second. Brady White, another multi-hit game last night, takes a strike. The other injury that I haven't mentioned yet for the A's that happened, we had Caleb Rico go down, but he stayed in the game. He's good to go in the lineup today. Of course, we talked about Ryan Harness, who should be getting better pretty soon here. He's limited today. The third was Scott Mitchell, who went down later in the game. And unfortunate news for Scott Mitchell. He broke a bone in his ankle. He has a fractured ankle, looking for an MRI soon. So he will miss the rest of the season, which is tonight and the playoffs. Brady White hits that one to second. Throw is off the bag, and Brady White is there. So yeah, unfortunate injury for Mitchell. We hope he's okay. And we appreciate him, though. He's actually going to join us for the third inning coming up here at the desk. So probably ask him a little bit about the injury. He said it should clear up by the time he starts his college ball for next year, so that should be good. But he is going to miss the last couple games of this postseason. Meanwhile, Ned Cheklich steps up with Brady White on base. Cheklich had a 2-run triple in yesterday's ball game. That one's in there, strike 2. Runner goes. That one hits a second. It'll erase the double play. They do get Cheklich at first, but the steal attempt puts Brady White over at second. One away, and Sean Psyche steps in. Psyche hits that one out to left center. Is it going to get down? It will. They're going to wave around White. He will score, and that's an RBI double from Sean Psyche. It puts the A's ahead 1-0. He jumped on the count early from Ethan Vargas, shot that one out into the outfield. And Psyche is the first RBI, or delivers the first RBI, I should say, of the game for the A's. Stepping in as the second baseman, Landon McAnally. McAnally had an RBI hit in yesterday's game as well. Chops one foul, 0-1. Fouled away, 0-2. That one hit to third. And they've got Psyche in a pickle. They tag him out. That'll be a second out of the inning. McAnally heads to first. Heads up play by the Yankees third baseman. And it's going to bring up Caleb Rico. With Mejia getting a break from playing shortstop today, Rico is over there. Not his first time playing short. He's done it a few times this season. Hits that one up the middle. Diving play by the second base or the shortstop, but he throws it away from second base. And both runners will be safe on the throwing error. And in steps Theo Wood. Good to have him back. He was telling us he was about a 50-50 if he was going to play today. And he told the coach, the trainer. Well, the trainer cleared him, and he told everyone he's good to go today. So getting the starting lineup nod in right field is Theo Wood. That one's in there, strike one. Runners at first and second, 2 away. A's already have one on the board. Cut on and miss, strike two. That one's in the dirt. Runners go. And they're both in there safely. They will advance. It's a 1-2 count. And they move up to second and third. Theo Wood can deliver a hit here. It should score a couple. Good speed on the bases with McAnally and especially Caleb Rico out at second. High and away, 2-2. Hit it well into left field. Going back is the left fielder. And he makes the catch just before the warning track. Theo Wood put a charge into that one, but it is caught. So that'll end the inning, but not before an RBI double from Sean Psyche. We'll head into the third. Scott Mitchell is going to join us, and the A's lead it 1-0. Welcome back here. Hopefully the audio holds up using the new system today. I'm here with Scott Mitchell.
Hey Chris, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, man. Just happy to still be out here, enjoy watching my boys play. It's a bummer I can't be out there with them the next few games, but they'll hold it down for me. I know they got it.
For sure. Yeah, I was gonna say I feel bad about the injury last night. Didn't look too good, but hopefully sounds like you should have a relatively speedy recovery.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Obviously it's part of the game of baseball. Sometimes you get hurt, but just gonna lock in on this rehab process and get back as soon as I can.
And that play, I think, oh no, it wasn't made, it fell. So that'll be a runner on. And we're back to the top of the lineup. It'll be Caden Heitmeyer hitting now for the Yankees. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No worries.
See if I remember how to spell the name correctly. I think we're all set. Schubert gets ready to throw with a runner on. That one is in there, strike one.
Man, that first pitch strike, it's always super important for pitchers just to get ahead of them batter. It changes the whole outcome of that at bat.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like Jacob's done a pretty good job with that today. I mean, it's only been 3 innings now, but
yeah, I mean, he's starting of the year, he's a back-end guy for us, but he's got a couple starts over the last few weeks, and he's done a great job with it, just filling up the zone and trusting his stuff. It's been great to see.
That one just misses. Make sure, okay, that's working for me too. There we go. 1-2 the count. Do you, when you're up there hitting, do you change your approach at all? If you're up in the count 1-0 or if you're behind?
For me, my approach is generally until I get to 2 strikes, it's my count. I'm in that box. I try to have a mentality where it's my box, and I have full confidence. Even with 2 strikes, I have full confidence that that guy can't beat me. But it's obviously as a goal as a hitter, early in the count, you're trying to look for something you can absolutely drive. So, I mean, if it's before 2 strikes, first pitch or anything, if it's anything on the corner of the plate, something that's a pitch that I'm not 100% sure I can absolutely hammer, then I'm usually going to leave it out there and make that guy throw me all 3 strikes, really make him earn the right to get me out.
Yeah. I feel like that's honestly both hitters, as there's the strikeout from Schubert. There's the first out of the inning. I feel like last night from both you guys and the Yankees, there were a bunch of 2-strike counts, and hitters just wouldn't go down. It was everyone battling out there.
Yeah, that's the bars that, especially for pitchers, if you're a hitter and you can just foul them off, make them throw more pitches. I mean, in my mind, the more pitches you can make a pitcher throw, the more likely he's going to make a mistake.
For sure.
And then for our pitchers on the pitching side, you just throw it in there. A lot of hitters at this level will most likely just get themselves out too. I mean, there's not, especially out here, there's not so many hitters where they're genuinely going to crush absolutely every pitch, and even the good hitters, I mean, they miss all the time. So,
right.
For pitchers, it's important just to attack that zone and just keep these hitters on their toes.
So I think they're checking on Jacob out there. I think he went to cover.
Yeah,
and
it looks like he might have had some trouble with that bag right there. Hopefully he's all right.
I feel like those are one of the scariest fluke plays. Every time you have a pitcher hustling to cover first, it's I'm always at the edge of my seat. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Don't want any injuries.
Yeah, those are always tough plays. I mean, for the most part, some of our pitchers have been pretty good with those PFPs covering the bag. But yeah, it's always gonna be scary. When you're running over there, everything's happening so fast. But our trainer out there, Nick, he's done a pretty good job for us this summer. He took care of me last night, so I appreciate him. And
I know we talked about it a little bit down in the dugout before the game, and I don't know if you can disclose it yet, but do you have a timetable for your ankle?
I know I'll be in the boot for 6 weeks. I ended up having a fracture on my medial malleolus, which is that inside of the ankle bone. When you roll that ankle pretty hard, it can hit up against your tibia, which is your shin bone, pretty hard, and cause a fracture. So I know 6 weeks in the boot. Still waiting to get an MRI to see if my ligaments are intact, see how those are holding up.
Yeah, hopefully that's all good.
Yeah, hopefully it's just a sprain on that side, and then the fracture can heal up, and I can get back to the field as soon as possible. But it's been nice, living with all the guys at home. So yesterday, everyone was helping me out where they could.
Oh, yeah,
help me
that's
get around
key.
the house. So it's we got a good group of guys on this team. I think we've shown these past few weeks of just coming together and really playing as a team.
And there's the third out, and we'll get back to that point in just a moment as we head to the bottom of the third. The A's still lead at 1-0. We'll be back in just a moment for the bottom of inning number 3. Welcome back, everybody, to the bottom of the third inning. Robbie Papel leading off for the A's.
Oh, that ball smoked.
Yeah, and it got through.
That'll boy,
I'll
Robbie.
take it.
It's always important as a hitter. I mean, you smoke a ball, it doesn't necessarily matter, where you hit it. You're always just trying to hit the ball as hard as you can, and good things will happen, just like that we saw right there.
Yeah.
Robbie's been a great leadoff for us too. I mean, he's coming off his freshman year at Regis, and I mean, he's gonna have a good career. He's one heck of a ball player.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I was talking to him, I think, like midway through the season. I didn't realize he was a freshman.
Yeah, he got his first home run the other day of the season, which was awesome to see, and luckily I got to be on base for that and get one of the best views on the field of it. But yeah, he's a special player.
That one's also botched a little bit. Let's see if Mejia can beat it out. They do get him. So it'll be one away for Kinzel with the runner on second now.
It's always good to have a runner on base when Kinzel's up, man. This kid can hit the crap out of the ball. I haven't seen many guys that can do it like him.
Yeah, it's always nice. Like, I feel like first, especially, I mean, he's been good the whole summer. But like first couple weeks of the season, when there was a runner on, he felt automatic. Like it was.
Yeah, I mean, when I first, I was here a couple games late, getting back from the playoffs from Metro State, and when I first showed up, I was like, "Who is this guy?" I mean, he just felt like he was gonna hit a bomb every at bat.
Yeah, he's gonna have to try to beat this one out. Well, it still ends up being productive. Gets the runner over for Brady.
Yeah, it's not always, when you move the runner from second to third, it makes it easier on that guy coming up with 2 outs. Just, simple base hit gets the job done. But it is important, too, I mean, as a hitter, when you're understanding when you're up with the runner on second, less than 2 outs, I mean, to try to drive that guy in, I mean, that's, continue to put pressure on the other team. But I believe in Brady White right here. I think he'll get the job done.
Yeah, he's been really good the last couple games. I think he has 6 or, not to say the magic phrase, but 6 or 7 hits in the last 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, I remember he had a stretch of 6 at-bats where he had 6 straight hits, and that's impressive. It's kind of funny as a hitter, too. Sometimes when you're going good, I asked him in the dugout, I was like, "Hey, man, like, what's working for you?" He's like, "Dude, I couldn't tell you." I mean, Sometimes you're just going good, and you just got to roll with the punches and just keep doing it. But yeah, he's been another great player for us this season. I mean, we got a lot of good bats in this lineup.
Absolutely. And yeah, there he goes. That's
Yeah,
going to
no
be
surprise there.
the second run for the A's off the RBI single. It's 2-0. Speaking of hitting, I was looking at your stats, like from June to July, you've been a monster like at the plate this last month.
Yeah, it would have been nice to, just take out the June part and stick with the July. But yeah, man, I mean, just trusting the process. I mean, understanding that, especially right now in Silver Bowl, the stats aren't necessarily the most important thing. We're all out here to get reps. I mean, a lot of us guys, we're guys who didn't get a whole lot of at-bats at our respective schools.
I think he's in there.
Yeah, he's in there. I mean, that ball got out of his glove, so he's in there. But yeah, I mean, you just got to continue to trust it. I think that I'm a big fan of the mental game of baseball, just really dialing on that. I mean, if you're not consistently pumping positive thoughts into your mind as you're at that play, you're in trouble. I mean, you always got to truly believe that you're the best guy on the field right now in that box at that moment. So yeah, I just continue to trust the process and just try to continue to work on, make small adjustments. And then, once I found my groove, it was just, I kept going from there. And so it always feels good too, just to be able to contribute again with the team. Be able to drive in runs and be a threat at the plate.
For sure. Yeah, and you're a big reason why this team is in the position where they are now, heading into, having the bye is nice for you guys.
Yeah, that's huge.
And heading into Friday.
Yeah, especially we got we're pretty deep in our bullpen, but it's nice having the bye. With Thursday, you let our pitchers rest up, and we got some good arms. I mean, we got Gabby Perez who'll probably start Friday, and he's been electric all season. I mean, he's had one rough start up in Humble, but that was out of character for him. He's usually pretty lights out, and then Saturday it's going to be all hands on deck. And I mean, I fully believe with our staff, I mean, with our staff on our offense, I mean, we can just keep doing what we're doing. It's, we can win it all for sure.
Yeah. That would be pretty cool, because this is, obviously your guys' first year in the conference, but I think it is just the first year of the conference.
Yeah,
I think this is a pretty new thing.
Yeah, last year I was with Fresno A's too. We were an independent team, so I mean, it was still fun. We still obviously wanted to win games, but now it means a little something more when you're in a league and got a lot of competition. You're playing some teams multiple times, start to see the same arms, and it gives you a little more motivation. It makes the games a little more fun, a little more competitive, which is what you play the game for, for big games like that.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask earlier, actually, but so you did play with the A's last season.
Yes.
I was gonna say, how many of the guys did you know coming into this year?
Let's see. I knew Carrillo coming back. I played with Carrillo last year. Cooper King, who left in the middle, I believe towards the early June. I'm trying to think of who else. That might be about it. Jacob Maynard, he was here for about a week.
Yeah.
I played with him last year, and those are all good dudes.
Eli is a returner, right? He was here.
Eli is a returner, but he was actually here the year before.
Oh, so he took the year off.
Yeah, he took the year off from Fresno. That's a nice little base hit right there.
Yeah, I believe that's Sean
Psyche.
again.
Yeah. Sean's been heating up too, man. I mean, he's a smaller dude, but man, he can hit the ball. I mean, I see him put work in the cage every day. He's very detailed in his routine. It's one of the first guys at the facility every day, so it's always good to see guys like that doing well. Guys that just put in a lot of work. You have a lot of respect for those guys.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, we have a lot of guys. I mean, there's even guys not playing today that, are threats at the bat consistently. So, I mean, this is awesome to watch this team play out and how we've come together, especially in the most important part of the year towards the end, when we get in the playoffs.
Yeah, and there's another one. That's an RBI single for Landon McAnally, 2 straight hits. Or no, 2 straight hits, yeah.
Yeah,
there was an out and then a hit before that.
I've always believed hitting is contagious, man. I mean, you get one guy to get the ball rolling, and it kind of makes it easier for other guys. It gives, once you see multiple guys start hammering the pitcher, I mean, you just have to believe a little more, like you're going to go up there and do damage as well.
They're ambushing all the pitches. I'm struggling to keep up with the name on the ticker here. There's another good ball.
That in the gap.
See, it will. That's going to get down. Psyche's going to score.
Oh, good throw.
Did they get him? Oh, they did. Yeah, that was a nice throw from the outfield, but
it's not ideal to make the last out at third, but right there, I mean, we're up. We just had a 3-run inning, and it's always good to be aggressive on the bases. I think it's better to be aggressive than have to kind of get a guy going rather than, it's easier to pull him back than, have to get him going. So, I mean, I thought that was fine base running right there. It just sometimes doesn't go your way.
Yeah. So we'll head to the bottom of the third. Are you sticking with us for the fourth?
I'll stick with us for the fourth. Yeah,
Sounds
absolutely.
good. So yeah, that'll end the third. The A's get a big inning. It's 5-0 as we head into the top of the fourth. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to the top of the fourth inning. Schubert pitching with a bigger lead here. And he takes low and away, ball one. The one thing I forgot to do, switch the lineup over. It's not Rico batting anymore. I feel like I kind of get into a groove with the team's lineups, but they only have like one returning player in their lineup today. So I got to go do it all over
tough,
again.
Man. You're doing a good job for doing it all on your own up here. This is pretty impressive.
Thank you.
I would definitely get distracted and mess a few things up.
Oh, I still do. I stutter so much throughout the game. I feel like I talk faster than I think sometimes, and that gets me into some trouble.
Yeah.
That one's chopped foul. So I want to ask you, I know you mentioned it earlier, but your playoff run at Metro State, how'd you guys do?
So we are second in our conference. Schubert gets the strikeout there. Yep, that's sweet. Good throw by Sean Psyche for out number one. Yeah, we were second in our conference tournament. Unfortunately, got knocked out in the semifinals by Colorado School of Mines. They kind of just shocked us. I mean, you never know what you're going to get with Colorado baseball with the elevation. I mean, the ball flies pretty much at every park.
Right.
But yeah, their bats were just hot. I mean, remember we went up 2-0 in the first inning, and then they hit back-to-back bombs to lead off the game. So we ended up getting knocked out by them, but luckily we were able to get into a regional bid for the playoffs, which was awesome. Our school's made playoffs the last 4 out of 5 years under Coach Strain, and he's kind of turned that whole program around. Before he got there, there wasn't really much accolades to Metro State. It wasn't really a known school, and he's just started to recruit better and better players each year. And I've seen it in my, as I'm going to my third year here, we've just gotten better the past 2 years, and you're just starting to see, we're getting better players, and it's awesome. So unfortunately, we got knocked out in the regionals first round, 2 games, two and out. So it's obviously not what you want. I thought we competed well. Game 1 we played Angelo State, and then UT Tyler, which was one of the top-ranked teams in the country. I mean, and we saw why. I mean, they were just good. And, you know, the unfortunate part about that, too, is we were pretty thin. With, you know, had a lot of guys injured.
Oh.
I mean, the 30 guys we took to Texas were, like, the only 30 guys we had healthy. So, but I thought for being injured, we fought really well and ended up closing out our season pretty strong. So we got a lot of returners coming back this year. So I think we're going to be just as good, and if not better. And it seems like we've recruited a bunch more good players. So I'm just excited to go back and see what we can do this year. Hopefully get past that regional hump and move on to the supers and even further than that.
Yeah.
It'd be sweet. I don't want to take away from Schubert's strikeout right there. That was pretty nasty on that curveball. You know, if you can locate your off speed as a pitcher too, especially as a hitter sometimes, I mean, it's, you know, the guy's got multiple pitches working. It makes it even tougher to hit.
I want to check. I think that's his 5th or 6th strikeout of the game already.
Oh, wow.
He's had a bunch. He's going to be hit over to Checklist, throw across the diamond. Another quick inning.
Checklist is, you know, I know we don't have him at third a whole lot, but he's been awesome over there defensively.
Yeah.
He's going to make some great plays.
That's another thing I feel like beginning of the season, the infield defense could be shaky at times.
Right.
But I feel like the team's got it nailed down now. Like, not as many errors. The infield's really good. You guys' outfield has been very strong as well this year.
Yeah, I've been confident in our outfield. I mean, you know, with me, myself, Robbie, and Brady out there, and unfortunately Harness has been hurt, but we've held it down pretty good out there, I felt like. I mean, we got good chemistry out there, especially, you know, I'm in right. When there's balls in the gap, you know, right between me and Robbie, we're pretty good at talking and, you know, who's going to get which ball. So it's been awesome playing out there. I mean, it's always fun when you got a good outfit, you got good chemistry with the guys out there, and, you know, you don't have to worry about that, take some stress off of you. So, yeah, defensively, we've come a long ways for sure since the start of the season.
Yeah, I haven't noticed, really, I can't think of any like miscommunication errors out there that you guys have had.
Right.
I'm like maybe a couple in the beginning that I just don't. They're too far back for me to remember. But.
Yeah. Yeah. Then infield-wise too. I mean, if you remember, I think it was a few games ago. After we were playing, we turned like 3 or 4 double plays. I mean, that's impressive, and that kills the team's momentum too when you just roll into double play after double play. I mean, it just gets frustrating. So I mean, that's our goal as a team too. You know, it sounds a little mean, but you want to make it miserable for the team. You know, you always want to beat them by as much as possible. So
yeah.
Hopefully, coming up right here with the bats, we can keep the foot on the gas.
Theo Wood back here leading off in the bottom of the 4th. Hoping to get on. The A's last 2 innings scored some runs. Hoping to add on to that. You guys were so close. I was told, I don't know if it applies to the night games or not, but I was told that it's a 10-run rule after the 7th inning.
Yes.
And you guys were right on the verge of that for most of the game.
Yes.
Obviously, you guys still got the big win. Doesn't really matter.
Right.
But I was in between every inning, is this going to be the inning?
Right.
Is this going to be the one? So I don't know. Maybe today's the day.
Yeah, I hope so. You know, you always want to. It's kind of tough as an offense. You know, when you got a lead like this, 5-0. I mean, that's a pretty good lead, but you got to keep your foot on the gas. You can't just let in. You know, it's important to not give away at bats. You got to keep that same focus, no matter whether you're up, 20 or down 20 or whatever it is. But I feel like we do a pretty good job with that. You know, sometimes we go in a little bit of a lull, but that ball looked a little inside. But
yeah, that one they called strike one.
But yeah, it's just important to continue to just try to hammer baseballs and put pressure on the defense, and keep that defense always on their toes, having to make plays.
Notice they've been pitching Robbie inside because they hit him right in the first at bat,
right.
I think. So.
Yeah, sometimes as hitters too, you pick that up, kind of notice where they're throwing you a lot, so you kind of just look for a pitch there, and it's kind of dangerous throwing Robbie inside. I mean, he can do a lot of damage with that inside pitch. He's got quick hands.
That one's gonna end up foul, 1-2.
Yeah, I'll actually be seeing a lot of Robbie this year. He plays at Regis, which is a conference rival for us at Metro, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun
yeah.
to see him out there this year and actually get to know him, and it'll be fun competing. It's always fun competing against guys and you get to talk about it after.
And there's one that's going to get down for a base hit. Speaking of hitting the inside pitch.
Hopefully he's not doing a whole lot of that when we're playing him.
Yeah.
Hopefully our pitchers are keeping him, sending him back to the dugout a whole lot.
It's going to bring up Angel Mejia.
I think Angel's due for a big knock right here. And this kid's so talented. You know, being 18, come out of high school, you don't find a lot of guys like this, and he's got all the talent, man. I mean, he's got the power, he's got the glove. You know, it's been fun playing behind him, you know, especially from right field. Sometimes I'm just admiring his plays at short.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that he was just coming out of high school.
Oh, you
And
can't see it.
that one's lost, yeah. That's going to score a run.
Angel's going to go for 3. He looks like he's going to get in there.
And, well, there's the 6th run, and RBI, I guess, right? That doesn't go down as an error. That'll go down as the RBI
right.
triple.
Yeah, since he didn't see it and he didn't touch it at all, that's just it's a knock. It's tough out there in right field with that sun sometimes. I mean, you got to be really good at, you know, I try to hold my glove up, you know, even before the pitch is thrown, just so I can really see it off the bat. But especially at this time of day right now, usually these, you know, middle, you know, 3, 4, 5 innings at these night games are when that sun kind of gets brutal out there. So I can totally understand where that guy's coming from. But
yeah,
you know, I'm glad it worked out for us right there and for Angel getting that knock and driving Robbie in.
Is it better in the morning games?
It is a lot better. You don't
kind of behind you, right?
Well, that's gonna get in that
That's
gap. That's gonna get to the wall. See if Kinslow can turn on the burners here and get to third. Looks like he's going to go for it, and he's gonna get in there standing up.
I think that's his first triple of the year.
It might be. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but you know, I mean, he can hammer balls. And that right center gap's tough too. I mean, it's deep out there. You have 400 to center, and then that gap.
Yeah.
I mean, you're giving up a lot of triples with balls hit that way.
Talking to him after the game, he had to show off the wheels, had that infield single to
Right.
first base.
Yeah, we were kind of joking in the dugout. We were like, ooh, somebody, you know, this is not the real Grant, because he had an infield hit and then stole a base in the same sequence, and we're like, we've never seen Grant do that. But
yeah,
it's always good when those guys like that you don't expect to steal can be threats on the bases as well, and it just puts even more pressure on the other team.
And yeah, it looks like we're gonna get a mound visit here. Is this the end for Vargas? It is. Hasn't been the most fun start. Probably not the one that he envisioned coming out, but the A's will take it.
Yeah, we'll absolutely take that. It's always good to get a starter out of the game early, especially with some of these teams we play. You know, their bullpens aren't very deep, so once you get to that pen, I mean, it's a barrel party, like we like to say.
Yeah, I felt like we saw that with the Samurais. They could hit pretty well.
Right.
But once you guys got their starter out of the game, it kind of, the floodgates opened up.
Right, and that's what we like to do. I mean, those are always the best games when you can put it on someone. Just like that, you know, and especially for us, you know, we're playing so many games this summer, and with the run rules, you know, even applying to the night games. I mean, if you can get out of here in 7 innings, it's awesome. You know, get off your feet a little earlier, get some more rest, and you know, especially important with the rest day coming up tomorrow, getting ready for Friday night's game.
I was gonna say that one. Glad you guys don't have to do that, because I think all those games are being played in Alameda. So I was gonna say the turnaround from the night game tonight, heading up early in the morning, would have been a tough turnaround. So
yeah, so that was huge for us. I mean, just being able to secure first place. I'm not sure exactly. You know, I wasn't keeping up with the standings too much. I know the Anchors were up there with us, but it sounds like they lost the game, and then we handled business by sweeping the Samurai.
Yeah.
So it always feels good, you know, to come out, you know, regular season champs, but you know, job's not finished, and we got to handle business Friday and a Saturday, and you know, we'll probably either be seeing, I don't know who we'll see Friday. I assume, you know, we make it to Saturday, we'll probably see the Sandlot or the Anchors. Seem to be the 2 better teams in our conference behind us. But we've seen everyone before, so I think we're ready to handle whoever comes our way, and just kind of keep this roll we're on. I mean, you know, we're at 10 hits right now, 7 runs through 4 innings. I mean, and that's not unusual for us. I mean, we've been on a roll with the bats.
That's like kind of like we were talking about earlier with the Samurai game when you guys were down 7-0.
Right.
It was like, well, I mean, you guys have scored double digits so many times this year. It's like it's still really early in the game. It's far from over, even though it's down by 7. It's
yeah. I feel like we're never really out of it. You know, no matter how far down we go. I mean, we got so many good bats, and I think all these guys trust each other. Just so you know, all you got to do is get on base, get the next guy up, and you know, we're gonna have success that way. You know, and even when guys aren't necessarily hot, it seems like we still find ways to drive in runs. And you know, it's always somebody new. It seems like having the big day. I mean, anybody in our lineup, I truly believe, is just a threat at the plate and can do damage at any time in the game. So it's just awesome to be a part of an offense like that.
Gonna try to catch the number of the new pitcher. I guess I should have looked closer when he was warming up. I'll get it in just a second. They've got a big roster. I don't know if all of them are here today, but they have like 35 guys.
That's a lot of guys for summer ball. I mean, we only have 28, I believe. Now even less with some of the injuries we got. I know Harness is out. Wood just came back. He has an arm injury, but he's looks like they're gonna throw it over the first, check, see if he missed first base. Looks like either he did or the umpire missed it, which usually the latter of that is the case, especially in these summer games.
Yeah. So it's gonna bring up Brady White, who had an RBI single his last time up.
Brady's got a lot. I was talking to Coach Oscar, Hosa, and I mean, we're just talking about how many walks Brady has this year. I mean, he's got a great eye at the plate. He's very disciplined, and he knows exactly what pitch he's looking for, it seems like. Just
There's
like
another one that's going to get down. And Kinzel comes around to score. That's run number 8.
It's all, it's great, too, as an offense. I mean, we had a 4-run inning last inning. Now we're at 3 runs. Still got 1 out. I mean, when you're on defense and that kind of stuff's happening to you, I can tell you from experience it sucks. So
I can only imagine.
You want to keep that defense out there as long as possible. And, yeah, I mean, we're on a roll right now.
Cheklich steps in. That one's hit very high. See if I can probably have to switch the camera for that one. There's 2 away, and it'll bring up Sean Psyche. Psyche also 2 for 2 today with a couple RBIs. Has an RBI double and an RBI single in today's ball game. Still can't quite see the number of this pitcher. It's 20-something.
Yeah. You know what? Psyche's interesting, too. You don't typically find a lot of really good hitting catchers. These guys are always catching bullpens, especially when they're at their schools. Catching pens, usually batting practice, they don't get to take a whole lot of batting practice because they got to catch pens and get the pitchers ready. But, I mean, he's been awesome with the bat. I mean, if you can have your catcher hitting good, that's always tough, too. He's going to be in there.
Yep. Yeah,
especially Psyche being a switch hitting catcher too. I mean, you don't see that very often. That's
No.
impressive. Yeah, he's a young guy too, and he's gonna have a good college career, as well. Like I was talking about with Robbie earlier. I mean, he's been awesome for us. I mean, he's real smart. He knows the game well, and like I said, he's real detailed in his routine in the cage. So that's why he hits so good.
Yeah, and like you were saying earlier, he's been really coming along as of late.
Right.
I mean, today also in big situations, he's been making things happen.
Yeah, he's definitely been a big contributor for us, especially even behind the plate too. He's been awesome back there. I mean, I feel like he's I mean, all our catchers are pretty solid, but he's just been a standout back there. I mean, he's got a good arm and he really receives well. And that ball's hammered.
Just finds a glove, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's all right. As a hitter, you hit the ball hard, it's all right. You can live with that.
Yeah, still somewhat of a win, right? It's like,
yeah.
So that's going to be the end of the 4th. The A's lead it 8-0 now as we head into the 5th. Big back-to-back innings. And if you're heading back, I appreciate you doing that.
Thank you for having me, Chris.
Of
I
course.
appreciate it. Kept me a little entertained.
I've appreciated your insights.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back with the boys in the dugout. Hopefully, we can get this game over in 7. Up 8-0. It's going well for us. So
For
yeah,
sure.
thanks for having me, man.
Of course, and good luck for you guys with the rest of the season, and of course on your recovery.
Thank you so much.
And
I appreciate it.
Hopefully at Metro, you guys can make the Super Regionals this year.
Right, and before we go, I just want to say hi to Mom and Dad. I know they're watching, so Mom and Dad, hope I did well today on the mic.
I think you did. If that means
Thank you.
anything, yeah.
Oh, apologies, everybody. I realized I had the mic on mute this whole time. I completely missed that. So anyway, update, we have a pinch hitter. It's Chris Hernandez for Will Perillo. Hernandez, we haven't seen him yet in the series. And since I was on mute, I want to go back and give a big shout out and thanks to Scott Mitchell for coming up here and doing the third and fourth inning with me. It's fun to have someone to bounce off of. As the A's get the out, but a run scores, it's 8-1. But yeah, big shout out to Scott. It's really nice to have a player up here doing this and get his insights to the game. Get a lot of facts and like tidbits and just process from the team that I wouldn't be able to talk about otherwise. So it was awesome having him up here. He was a great commentating partner. I think he did a good job up here. Had a lot of wisdom to share, and we wish him the best with his recovery as he heals from that ankle injury, and hopefully is able to get back with Metro State University of Denver next season and make it far in the playoffs, maybe even get a championship. Meanwhile, we're back up to the top of the lineup. It's going to be Heitmeyer. Two and one the count. Ball gets away, but Psyche keeps it close. Not going to allow the runner from third to score. This has been the best opportunity for the Yankees today to get some runs across. Schubert looking to hold them to just the one. That one's in there, strike two. This one's going to be tapped in front of Schubert. He'll make the tag, not able to wheel around and get the runner from third. So another run will score. It's 8-2. However, there are two outs, and the base is empty. And it'll bring up Cooper Thorne. Thorne's ABs so far today have not lasted long. He's been jumping the pitches early. That pitch misses high and away, ball one. Thorne on the day, 1 for 2. That one's in there to even the count, 1-1. That one's popped up. Will there be enough room to make the play? There will be. The catch by Ned Cheklich, and it looks like our camera is off a little bit. But anyway, I'll fix that in a little bit. Ned Cheklich makes the play. So the Yankees do get two, but the A's still hold a commanding lead. 8-2 as we head into the bottom of the fifth. Landon McAnally leads off the bottom of the fifth for your Fresno A's. McAnally today 2 for 2, has an RBI. He's been very good at the plate. Takes ball one. I think I saw that this pitcher is number 24. Let me go back, see if I can sleuth who that is on the mound. It is not number 24. Looks like number 25, that would be Bryce Angle. As he throws a 2-1 count to Landon McAnally. That one misses, 3-2. And it gets away, ball four. Third time McAnally's been on today. And it's going to bring in Caleb Rico. Rico also 2 for 2 today with an RBI. He was a big part of that hit parade earlier in the game. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. They throw back to first. Not in time. The 1-1 pitch is hit. That's another base hit. Third hit of the game for Caleb. And there are runners at first and second with nobody out. And it's going to bring up Theo Wood. The A's threatening trouble on the bases here again today. Theo Wood trying to add to that. He's 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the ball game. The pitch from Angle. That one misses outside, ball one. And we're going to have a quick mound visit. We'll be back in just a moment. We're back after the mound visit. Theo Wood steps back in. It's a 1-0 count. Wood hits that one. There's a base hit. That might drive in a run. Waving around McAnally. He will score. Throw to third. They get Rico going to third. But that will be an RBI for Theo Wood, and the A's go up 9-2. Good opposite field hitting from Wood. Gives the A's a run back after the Yankees got 2 in the last inning. So Caleb Rico is going to be out at third. On the throw, Wood moves to second. So a runner at second, 1 out for Robbie Papel. Engel takes his time, gets his sign. The throw is low and away, ball 1. Papel's got himself a hit in today's ball game. In there, strike 1 to even up the count. The 1-1 pitch is inside, 2-1. As Scott and I were talking about earlier on in the ball game, they have been throwing Robbie very inside today. Don't know if that's kind of where the ball's ending up or if that's the game plan. But between two different pitchers, I would assume it's more so the game plan against Papel today. That one's high, 3-1. Hit out to right center field. It's going to drop. And they're going to hold up Theo at third. So it's going to be runners at the corners after the single from Robbie Papel. The A's threatening some more, and it's Angel Mejia stepping up. And now we'll likely get a pitching change for the Yankees. We'll find out who it is in just a moment when we come back. So the pitching change for the Sacramento Yankees will bring in right-hander Jackson Halverson, number 49, and he'll be the first to face Angel Mejia will be the first to face Halverson on the mound. Runner goes. He's going to get there safely. Stolen base for Papel puts runners at second and third, one away. Count is 2-0 to the A's designated hitter. That one misses, 3-0. That one's in the dirt, and that's a 4-pitch walk. Mejia on base again. And it's going to load up the bases here. And not a hitter you want to load the bases against. It's the A's home run and RBI leader, Grant Kinzel. Voice cracked a little there, apologies. But yeah, definitely a guy that you don't want in this position with bases loaded, one out. Your best hope is a double play. But Kinzel been hitting pretty well tonight. Takes outside, ball one. I guess the more important thing, honestly, for Halverson and the Yankees is throwing a strike. And he does right on cue. It's 1-1. Cut on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brady White, who has 3 hits in today's ball game, is waiting on deck. Kinzel hits that one to first. We'll see. They're going to go home. Throw is high, and the catcher off the bag. That's going to allow the run to score. It's 10-2. Bases remain loaded. The throw was in time. He just threw it out front in too far of too far in front of home plate is what I was trying to say. So everyone's safe and the run scores, and whoops. Stream shut down for just a second on my end, but I think we're still going. But it's going to bring up Brady White. Also, another guy that you don't want hitting in a situation like this. Corners in for the Yankees as White takes a strike, 0-1. So the A's threatening for more, but they at least have the 2 runs back that they gave up in the top of this inning. That one's hit to third. They're going to try it again. That one they do get. And they do get the double play home to first. So a really good break for the Yankees as they turn the double play to end the inning. But as I said, the A's, they get 2 more to put their lead back up to 8. We head to the 6th inning. It is 10-2 A's over the Yankees. Welcome back to the top of inning number 6 of Fresno A's baseball. Antonio Barber leading off for the Sacramento Yankees, and he'll be facing a new pitcher for the A's. It's going to be the right-hander out of Oklahoma Panhandle State University, Gene Duran. Duran, since coming back from injury, has been incredible. 2 2/3 innings pitched for him, and he hasn't allowed a hit in those innings. No runs allowed either. It's a 2-1 count to Barber at the plate. That one hit to second. McAnally's throw is in time, and there's one away. And it'll bring up the 4-hitter, Chase Morton. That one misses 1-0. In there on the bottom of the zone, 1-1. Looks like a ball escapes from the A's dugout. That one's fouled off, and it's a 1-2 count. And strike 3 called. Duran gets the strikeout. Morton not too happy about that call. There's going to be 2 outs now. And Elias Ortega gets set to hit. That one misses high, ball 1. Pitch misses 2-0. That Toyota sign above the batter's eye in center field here has taken the full brunt of the sunlight. Looks a little bit invisible on the broadcast. That one's popped up. It's going to be out of play. Two and one the count. It's going to be for a souvenir for some kids. The 2-1 pitch is fouled off. Impressive just to get a piece of that one from Ortega. Outside 3-2, we've got ourselves a full count. That's going to be ball 4. Ortega takes the walk, and it'll bring up Jace Martinez. Oh, wait, no, might be a pinch hitter. It was supposed to be Jace Martinez. It's going to be number 96. 96 is Colin Elmore. We saw him as a relief pitcher in yesterday's ball game. Elmore didn't get to hit in yesterday's game. So we'll see what he can do at the plate here with a runner on and 2 outs. Pitch is low and in, 1-0. That one's in there for a called strike. Runner goes. Pitches a strike. The throw not in time. Ortega is safe with the stolen base at second. However, there are 2 strikes to the batter at the plate, Elmore. He is able to hold up on the appeal. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one misses. It's another full count for Duran. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Count remains full. And Elmore draws the walk, and with 2 quick outs, it's back-to-back walks. Devin Schuster coming back up to the plate now. The Yankees threatening a run. Schuster beat out an infield single his last time up to the plate. That one misses low, ball 1. And it looks like we have a pinch runner for the Yankees. It's going to be number 4, Colton Clark, taking over. That pitch misses low. It's 2-0. Three, and Owen Duran is having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone now. Hopefully he can get back across the plate here, as he only needs one more out to end the inning. He does there. It's 3-1. In there, strike two. We're a strike away now. Fouled away. Good pitch that was spoiled off. Runner goes. That's hit into center. Oh! What a jump by Robbie Papel to make the catch. Looked like he overran it a little bit. And like a shortstop grabbing a line drive, just leaped in the air and made the catch. Acrobatic play from Papel stops the run from scoring. It ends up being a scoreless inning. We head to the bottom of the sixth. It's still 10-2 A's over the Yankees. Welcome back. It's the bottom of the sixth. The A's lead at 10-2. Excuse me, sorry. 10-2 is the score. The A's lead it over the Yankees. And Ned Cheklich steps up to the plate. I was talking to Ned's family yesterday. They wanted me to give a shout out to all the Canadians back home watching. So definitely shout out to them as that ball is popped up and caught for the first out of the inning. And it's going to bring up Sean Psyche. Psyche, a couple big hits in this ball game. One of the key contributors. And as Scott Mitchell was saying when he was up here talking with us, Psyche, a very promising collegiate player. The switch hitting catcher, you don't see too many of those. It's very valuable. And he's very good from both sides of the plate. And we've seen that as he's played this summer. He's been coming along nicely, getting a lot of big hits for the A's. And also great defensively as well. So he'll be a big threat going forward for University of Mary. As he hits that one hard but foul, it's 1-2. That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count is even. Yep, Psyche today 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in and a run scored. And he watches that one, and it's a called strike on the low and outside corner. That'll be 2 away for Landon McAnally. McAnally steps in, being on base all 3 times today, 2 hits and a walk. Takes a strike in there. It's 0-1. That one is also in there, 0-2. The pitcher, Halverson, has been very good at getting... he had a leadoff walk of Angel Mejia when he came in last inning. And then after that has been very disciplined, throwing a bunch of strikes. As that one misses low, however, it's 1-2. That one almost gets Landon in the foot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cut on and miss, and Halverson gets a 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the top of inning number 7. The A's lead at 10-2. Welcome back to the top of inning number 7. New pitcher for the A's is Zeke Savage. And he'll be facing Jake Moreau. That one's fouled away, 0-1. Let me pull up the season stats on Savage. Haven't seen him in a few days on the mound. Getting some work in before the playoff push. Or not really a playoff push, but the push in the playoffs. As that one has popped up, this one in fair territory. Catch is going to be made by Theo Wood out there in right field. Getting his first action on the season as an outfielder. And there's one away. My game changer taking a little bit to pull up. The hitter will be the once pinch hitter Chris Hernandez. Savage on the year has a 4.2 ERA and 13 1/3 innings pitched. And throws a ball to start off Chris Hernandez. Hernandez came in for Will Perillo earlier in the game. Two 2-0 the count. Savage pitched his college ball over at Ventura College. Hit up the middle. It's going to be a base hit. The 9 hitter is on, and we'll swing back to the top of the lineup. Or perhaps not. Looks like we'll get a pinch hitter here for Caden Heitmeyer. It's number 23, Luke Rolex. That's a name. Rolex with a runner on and 1 out. Pitch misses outside, 1-0. Rolex hits that one out to right center field, but Theo Wood runs it down again, showing his outfield prowess today, and there's 2 outs. And Cooper Thorne going to step back in. Thorne is 1 for 3 in today's ball game. That one misses, ball 1. Savage's pitch misses inside, 2-0. That one hit to first. Kinzel goes to second. Nice turn by the A's first baseman. And Savage pitches a good inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The A's still lead this one by 8. It's a score of 10-2 Athletics. Welcome back to the bottom of inning number 7. Caleb Rico leading it off for the A's here. Rico's 3 for 3 today. And I think it's a good enough time now to be able to take off the color correction for the cameras. There we go, get that more vivid color in there and should be able to see everything. Rico fouls that one back. It's 0-1. Looks like Jackson Halverson remains on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. Or 2 1/3 innings, I should say. Count is 1-2 to the A's shortstop. He stays alive, fouls that one off. That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rico pops that one up. It's in the center field, pretty far actually. And it's going to be the right fielder bounding over to make the play. One away. They finally get Rico out. He's been a tough one early. And it'll bring up Theo Wood. Theo Wood 1 for 3 today. Has an RBI single his last time up to the plate. The appeal, it's a 1-1 count. Activity again in the A's bullpen. That looks like Victor Leonardo down there. Cut on and missed 1-2. And called 3rd strike. 2 quick outs, and we'll be back at the top of the A's lineup this time. Going to be Robbie Papel. Papel 2 for 3 in today's ball game. He was also hit by a pitch in the shoulder. Looks to be all right. That one hit into left field. Circling under it is the left fielder for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning from Halverson. Is it too little too late? We'll find out as we head to the top of the 8th inning, and the A's lead it 10-2. We are back. Victor Leonardo, the new pitcher for your Fresno A's, pitching out of Graceland University, has a 2.25 ERA on the season in 9 1/3 innings pitched. His last outing, back on the 25th of July, he threw 3 scoreless innings, allowed just 1 hit and 1 walk over the 3 innings as well. A repeat performance of that would be great here. And he's facing Antonio Barber. Barber hits it straight back to Leonardo himself. The toss over in time to Kinzel. And there's 1 away. In steps Chase Morton. Chase Morton today 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Takes a ball from Leonardo. Pitch inside 2-0. Cut on and miss, strike 1. Three and 1 the count to Chase Morton. And he takes ball 4. It's going to be a runner on with 1 out. Elias Ortega, the batter, and he shoots one into right field, a base hit. A walk and a single puts runners on for the Yankees. And looks like the coach making a move for the Yankees. The new hitter is or was their left fielder, I believe, yesterday. Coming into the game right now, it's Ferris Finn. Finn takes a ball low and inside. It's 1-0. One and one. That one's high. 2-1. Strike 2. And Leonardo gets the strikeout. After back-to-back great base runners, he comes back and gets the out. There's 2 away. Number 16 stepping in, Devin Schuster. Pinch runner also coming in. It was just announced. It's going to be number 30, Jacob Stocknuck. Or Stocknuke. Schuster fouls one off. 0-1. Good breaking ball finds the zone from Leonardo. That one had some life to it. It's going to be 0-2. And another strikeout to end the inning. Leonardo goes scoreless. We head to the bottom of inning number 8. The score remains like it's been for a while now. A's 10, Yankees 2. We are back in the bottom of the 8th inning, and we've got a pinch hitter for your Fresno A's. It's going to be Ryan Harness. Harness left yesterday's game with an injury, but like we were told before the game, he was available to hit today, and he will do just that. Looks like we also have a new pitcher for the Yankees. Probably good for the A's to get Halverson out of the game. He was very good. As the count to Harness is 2-2 as I try to figure out who the pitcher is on the mound. Full count. Fouled away again. Good battle from Harness. And it was fouled off. We'll do it again. Harness hustling down to first like he struck out, but he got a piece of it. The 3-2 pitch once more. That one misses low, and he works the walk. Good plate appearance from Harness in his first of the game. There was a runner on and nobody out. It's going to bring up Grant Kinzel. And it looks like the new pitcher is number 14, Nico Chandler. Came on as a defensive replacement yesterday out in center field for Lionel Williamson. Chandler's throw to Kinzel, high and tight, 1-0. Throw across to first, not in time. Kinzel 1 for 4 with a couple ribbies on the day. Pops that one high into right field. And no one's going to find it. It drops between the right fielder and the second baseman. And that's a hit for Kinzel. That'll put runners at first and second with nobody out. And it'll bring up the ever-dangerous Brady White. That one misses low and away, ball 1. Brady White 3 for 4 in today's ball game. He has been incredible these last few. Pitch in there, strike 1. Count even now for the A's left fielder. He hits that one into left field. It's going to hang up and be caught. 1 away. Hit pretty well, just didn't drop fast enough. And in steps Ned Cheklich. Cheklich 0 for 3. He does have a walk in today's game. Takes outside, ball 1. I believe a couple runs scored here would end the game. If not, the A's only need 3 outs anyway. But that would break the 10-run mercy rule. We'll see which one happens as Cheklich takes ball 2. Popped up foul. It's going to be back into the upper deck. 2-1. Takes inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looked like a ball out of the hand. Umpire says it caught the zone. And they get Cheklich on strikes. So it'll be 2 outs with the runners remaining at first and second base. See if Sean Psyche can pick up his teammate here and drive in a run or 2. Chopped foul. That one high and tight. 1-1. Psyche already a couple hits in today's game. In the dirt, 2-1. Three balls and 1 strike. Good hitters count for Sean Psyche. He takes ball 4, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And it'll bring up the second baseman who's been very good today, Landon McAnally. McAnally been getting a lot of playing time recently. He's done a lot with it. He's been hitting a lot better. That pitch misses 2-0. Good hitters count for Landon. Nowhere to put him with the bases loaded. Chandler going to have to find the strike zone. That one also misses high. 3 balls and no strikes. And it's a very dangerous hitter, especially tonight, waiting on deck, and Caleb Rico. That one in there, strike one. Looked like Landon was taken all the way there. And he takes the walk, and that'll be an RBI base on balls for Landon McAnally. The A's lead it 11-2. And in steps Caleb Rico. Rico working a 3-hit day so far to this point. Realized that I said the same thing twice. See if he can get his 4th hit of the ball game. Hit pretty well into right field, going back on it. There's not going to be no one there. That'll bring in the run. And that will end the game. Walk-off double for Caleb Rico. And the A's win it by a score of 12-2. Let me get the final score ready for you guys. Caleb Rico, the hero today, as it gets the 10th run and it invokes the mercy rule after 7 innings. A's get their final game of the regular season. They pick up the win in a great fashion too, like a really fun way to win the game. And I'm sure they're having a good time. Still more work to do in the playoffs. But this first season of regular season ball in the PCCBL for the Fresno A's is officially over. Let's get the final lines for you guys real quick. The Sacramento Yankees scored 2 runs on 7 hits and committed 1 error. Your victorious Fresno A's scored 12 runs on 17 hits and committed no errors. Really clean game defensively for them. And that puts the A's, their record up to 29-10 on the regular season. They were great. They had the road bump up in Humboldt and Medford on the road trip. But other than that, they were incredible this year. It's been a really fun season for the A's. And like I said, the work not done yet completely. But as far as the regular season goes, couldn't have really asked for a better one. And we want to thank the Sacramento Yankees, of course, for coming in and playing us. And, yeah, it was a great night for the A's. Players of the game, Brady White was fantastic. Caleb Rico, who I think we've only had on once, so probably try to get him up here if we can. He was great. Jacob Schubert and the entire pitching staff who came in, Savage, Duran, and Leonardo, not necessarily in that order, as well as, of course, the starter, Jacob Schubert, only allowed 2 runs. They were great. And just a fun game at the ballpark. Had a ton of Boys and Girls Club kids out here. Had a representative from Alternative Ways Adult Program out here as well. A lot of regular fans at the ballpark, too. It was an electric night. And couldn't have ended on a better note for the A's as they wrap up their first regular season in the PCCBL. And let me get that scoreboard ready for you if I can find it. Final score, of course, A's 12, Yankees 2 on the final night of the regular season. So we'll be back here. Of course, we get the bye, as we've talked about, tomorrow. And we'll begin playoffs with the semifinal game here at Chancey Park at 7 p.m. We'll either be playing Aggies USA or the Bay Area Force. Both teams we haven't seen in a little bit, so should be a fun reunion as the A's get set for playoff baseball. And I'm going to go get set to get a player of the game for us to interview, maybe 2. I do like the 3-person setup we've been doing. It's been fun. So thanks for tuning in tonight and all season long. And if you're able to stick around, and please do, we'll have a player of the game in just a moment. Otherwise, the A's get the win 12-2 on this final game of the regular season. I've said that a million times, but hard to emphasize it enough as it was a great end to a great season. And I'll be back in just a moment with a player interview. Stick around.
Yeah, no. Last night I got the same opportunity. I wasn't able to pull through. I've had a few other opportunities to walk it off in big situations, but it's something you just can't describe. You just got to be there in the moment, and I mean, it's just so awesome to have your guys behind you screaming your walk-up song, singing it when you're walking up to the play. Yeah, it's huge.
I've noticed that the last couple of games. That was cool. And then last question I want to ask you before you go, because I don't think I've got to ask it to you before, but do you have a favorite like moment, or it could be anything in general about playing here this summer?
Yeah, I'd have to say favorite moment was definitely playing in Humboldt, getting a pinch hit in the ninth inning with 2 outs, and having the crowd talking smack to you behind the dish, and having that atmosphere and being able to go out and produce. I hit a double like to the wall. That was probably the biggest moment, and then just with the guys hitting my first bomb since 8th grade. That was probably the biggest, hypest moment of the year so far, other than just hanging out with the guys on and off the field.
For sure. Well, and I think we can. I'll just hold it like this. So they can hear me a little bit as well. But yeah, great season for you guys and great win tonight. And still more work to do. Got the playoffs on Friday, but I wish you guys the best, and it should be fun. Thanks again for having. I was gonna say having me on the interview. You doing the interview with me. I appreciate it. And yeah, have a good one. Good rest of the season.
Thank you so much. It's been a blast.
Awesome. That was Caleb Rico, today's player of the game. And we're going to have Coach Oscar Hinojosa in for the interview in just a moment. We are back on with head coach Oscar Hinojosa. Thanks, first of all, for doing the interview. I appreciate it. And first thing I wanted to talk to you about, I know you had some ideas as well. Just what would you tell the team tonight? Going into the final game of the season, you'd already clinched the spot in the playoffs, but final game of the regular season, final game of a very long summer, ups and downs, of course. But so, what was your message with tonight?
Thanks, Chris, for having me on the post game show. It's great to be here, and you've done a great job, kind of telling the story of the Fresno Athletics. So we're very excited that you were able to do that for us this summer, and we hope that next summer you'll be able to do that again for us.
I hope so.
Yeah. If you couldn't hear that, that's Chris saying he hopes he can do it as well. The message for the team and kind of that conversation, that last speech, if you will. I mean, obviously we got playoffs on Friday, but just how proud we are of the guys spending their summers out here. There's, like you said, some ups and downs. A lot of ups, though. It's been probably one of the best teams we've had here in a long time. Offensively, probably the best team we've ever had here. And so I'm just proud of the guys. People may think that you come to the Fresno Athletics to win games, and of course that's we want to do that. But more importantly, it's developmental. We want guys to improve and get better. And I'm watching guys like Caleb Rico, guys like Landon McAnally, guys like Grant Kinsel improve from where they were to where they are now. There's been huge improvements. So I'm really happy about that. And so moving forward for the playoffs, we're excited. We think we have a good team. We think we're the best team in the league. But, we got to prove it. Baseball's a funny game. One day it can look one way, and the other day it can look the other way. one of the things I wanted to, if it's okay with you, Chris, I wanted to share is we really want to thank my assistant coaches for all of their hard work. Their position coaches like Justin Hinojosa, with our catchers, uh, Skylar Novella with our outfielders, and Ethan Winter with our pitchers. Fantastic job all summer. Chris Acevedo, he runs all our game changer stuff, and so we're really happy with all of their efforts, because trust me, you don't get to nearly 30 wins with one guy riding a lineup. It's just a lot of people behind the scenes. And and Chris, we would include you in that group as well. So, having said that, we also want to thank the DeMaria family because of their support and all of their hard work behind the scenes, getting all these fans here. Just wanted to say that, and we are very appreciative of everything that they're doing.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that sentiment because there's a lot that goes behind the scenes of a baseball team, and don't always get to shout out those people. So I'm glad you did. It takes a whole army of people to really make it work between players and staff and coaches, and it worked all season long. I mean, at home, I think you guys went like 26-4 or something like that. It was crazy, and just a great season for you guys. And you kind of touched on my last question was like, what do you feel for the regular season? Obviously, you guys got some work to do on Friday still. So I guess I'll shift it to that. And you kind of answered that as well. You did a great job with your answer, I guess. And what would be your message going into this final one, hopefully 2 games of the season, to the team? Keeping them in there. I'm sure I wouldn't know if I'd say emotions are high, but it's probably more hyped up going into the playoffs, especially the first inaugural ones. So yeah, what would be your message to the team going forward?
Chris, that's a great question. Here's the thing: I'm more of a traditionalist in terms of the way I coach, and I always feel that players play better when they're in a relaxed environment where they're allowed to play loose. Having said that, obviously we understand the playoffs is a one and done situation. So the message to them is just to all hands on deck. Basically, everybody's got to be ready. There's 9 guys on the field, but it takes our 25-man roster to maybe win this thing. So the message is don't let the lights kind of, if you will, get too big for you. Don't let the moment get too big for you. If we can get some good pitching to kind of set the tone for the game, and if the moment again is not too big, and the two strike hit, or the 2-out hit is crucial in a game like in a 1-game set. We're excited to host. Again, the message continues to be the same. Generally speaking, is we're really proud of the guys because it's a lot of work, and I couldn't have asked for more. I've enjoyed myself. I took a year off last year, came back this year, and really had a good time with you, with not only the players down there, but with you, and then traveling up to Humboldt, play the Crabs, the Rogues. And I know you ask players this sometimes, so I'm going to fill in. What's my favorite moment? Oh, yeah. I had a lot of favorite moments, but I've heard this a couple times. I know how difficult it is to win in Lincoln. My daughter lives up in Lincoln. She came out to the game and so forth. So shout out to them for coming and watching the game. They just had a newborn. But my point being, it's very difficult to win at some of those power kind of summer teams. And for us to be able to do what we did up there, I was pretty proud of that moment. Hats off to the players and everybody that kind of took part in that. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was. I'll just talk like this. Hopefully they can hear me. But that was probably the most talked about moment. I think when I've been asking guys that, even just me being able to watch that game and broadcast it was amazing. I expected you guys to do well. I don't know if I expected to do quite that well. That was an amazing game. And couldn't have said anything better myself. You guys, the guys better than I do. And it's been great having you coach the team and great having them play. And appreciate all you've done, and good luck on Friday. Thanks. Should be a good game.
Thank you, Chris.
Of course. Have a good one. That was Caleb Rico and Oscar Hinojosa, head coach of your Fresno A's. And he gave some great insight today. We thank him for everything he does, and like he said, we thank the staff and the assistant coaches of the A's as well, and of course the DeMaria family for their support of the team and making all of this possible. I also want to give a quick shout out to Boys and Girls Club of America, or Fresno County today especially, who came out multiple times this season. They were a great partner. We're lucky to have them out here as well, and to all the groups and the teams that came out to support us at the games. Could have done it without any of them, as well as our fans, parents, friends of the players, anyone who came out from Fresno to watch us play. We thank you all as well. It's been a great regular season, and we're going to gear up for the playoffs Friday at 7 p.m. here at Chancey Park. The semifinal game against the Bay Area Force or Aggies USA. We'll figure out who that is tomorrow. And thank you all again for tuning in on the stream as well. We love having you out all season, and we've got one more, hopefully two. We're striving for two more games to see if the A's can win the PCCBL championship. They get the win today against the Sacramento Yankees. And on behalf of myself, of course, Chris Kiggins, the entire Fresno A's organization and Chancey Park, we thank you all for tuning in, and have a good night, everybody. See you on Friday.